Was that your first Hoodslam?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd it go?
It was good. It was fun and enjoyable. Everybody there seemed to be having fun.
You're first and Dan's last, I guess.
For the foreseeable future.
Yeah, everybody seemed to be having fun. You can get very, very close to the action.
Oh, yeah.
Which seemed at times like a mistake.
We were very close to. I think Drugs Bunny jumped right over our heads, and
a couple of people decided to leave the ring and join the audience.
We'll get wet, might get soaked, kind of thing.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
Yes, first three rows, splatter area.
Vinny got Drugs Bunny Coke on him. I think we all got some whiskey on us.
I did not. I backed away.
Oh, no whiskey? Okay, we didn't get any cheese this time.
So I saw somebody came out and said they were Zangief and started fighting a woman who was claimed to be a pizza cat.
Yes.
samurai pizza cat?
Shotzi,
No.
Shotzi Blackheart.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she's great.
And then there was three people came out. They were going to wrestle.
Yeah.
They were on the same team. Who were they called? There was a man. There was a robot.
Caution, yeah.
Caution.
Dark Sheik, and yeah.
And then two other people came out, and they had belts that looked like monsters.
Right. They were the Galactic Tag Team Champions.
And then one was a Chupacabra, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's correct.
And then Ken and Ryu came out.
You forgot when Zangief retired.
He did
got like
retire
a
at the
heartfelt
end.
retirement
Street
speech and then a
Fighter
thank you
V has had
Zangief
problems,
chant.
yeah.
Huh.
It seemed like a genuine. I don't know the real story there.
Did anyone tell Capcom about this? That Zangief's retiring? I feel like they should know.
I feel like there were some former Capcom employees in the audience.
Oh, okay.
Cap-
I think they
Capcom
know.
employees have been going for a long
Yeah,
time.
okay.
Yeah.
So probably the weirdest part to me is when Ken and Ryu came out, full dress.
Yeah. I mean, they dressed to fight, so
They dressed to fight.
I mean, they're just wearing
I don't see
geese,
what
so...
But then kind of got up and just started flipping off the crowd, yelling obscenities.
Like Ken.
that's not very honorable.
Ken, I could see that from.
Maybe.
Ken's
He's a
kind of
hothead.
a dirtbag.
He's a hothead.
And then they had just like 17 people fighting in a ring, and then one threw another one out of the ring into the crowd because they're right there.
Yeah.
So the crowd backs away.
Wait, is the crowd not there to cushion them?
No. The crowd moves out of the way.
They just hit the floor.
Cushioning is not really in the cards.
What do they land on?
They warn you ahead of time, like, hey, they're going to be flying out of the ring.
Don't
and
touch them.
fuck
No,
the fans,
I'm more
you
worried
know.
about the wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what do they land on?
They land on wood.
Well, at some point it was themselves because everybody else then decided to jump out of the ring.
Onto the first, yeah.
There was like 7 people, and then a really large guy, very large guy, who had been his tag team partner was a Bruce Lee standing.
The cardboard cutout of Juiced Lee, yeah.
Jumped, and he must have been like 250 pounds onto
Probably more.
everybody, and that was really scary.
Hey, some of those big boys are real athletic.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying physics.
Do you remember Vader from back in the day? Big Van Vader?
Sure.
Big burly dude. That dude can do moonsaults off the top rope.
I'm not saying he can't.
Yeah.
I'm saying that
Maybe he shouldn't.
when you're that close to it, and a man says, "Trusting me, I'm a wrestler, man," and you're like, "I guess so," because you're in the ring and I'm not, and then it's like, "I'm gonna jump from this 10-foot high post into you." You back away, and then I close my eyes every time somebody jumped because I was just waiting for like.
You sound like the perfect mark, actually.
I saw a lot of wincing coming from Vinny. Anytime somebody did like a superplex or something, I'd turn around and he would be mid-wince.
Oh, wow.
I mean, it's what you're supposed to do, right?
I mean, yeah.
Are you supposed to enjoy
No,
that?
you're supposed to celebrate the violence. That's the whole point.
I mean,
Yeah,
they know
there's a
what they're
certain
in
amount
for.
of bloodlust, and I understand like the contact high may have like dulled everyone's senses to a point.
But like it looked very painful, all of it, and like the parts not when they're like doing this, ow,
Yeah, no,
ow,
yeah,
like when they're literally somebody tries to suplex somebody and it's like, ooh, he's slipping out of your. Okay, all right,
I
sure.
took a few hip
You kind of caught him, but like that's not how
Yeah.
it looks like on TV because he's just sliding down your hands.
I took a few hip tosses in that exact same ring 2 years ago for our Game of the Year stuff. And for weeks afterwards, whenever I like raised my arm to brush my teeth, I would have to like switch hands for the toothbrush. For hip tosses, those are tiny little
That's
butts.
just a simple little flip over for those
I've
at
seen
home.
people limp away from the fake PAX wrestling,
Right.
In
Oh,
ways
yeah.
that are like,
Yeah.
like that was like a thumb sprain or something, and like this, I don't know. Kudos to them. I don't know if I could go see that more than once.
It's a lot of training to learn how to take those bumps on those kinds of chintzy ass rings.
I mean, those guys look like a lot of them are in amazing shape. Like that. Who's that one guy who just looked like this?
Oh,
looks
Brian
like-
Cage.
He looked like an action
Brian Cage.
figure.
He's not a man. He's a machine.
Yes.
Looked like he was in amazing shape,
Yes.
and like the guy was just lifting people up and throwing them. Yeah,
As you do.
Yeah, that's
And
Adult men.
You know,
part of the job.
the ring looks
Don't worry.
fashioned by Boy Scouts, right? Like on like a weekend project. But then it's moored to 4 cement posts that are cemented into the ground.
Okay.
So not more than a foot away from this really tissue Kleenex looking turnbuckle is a giant cement post, and people are getting thrown inches away from it.
Yeah.
But they all gave each other very limp handshakes before
That's
the
true.
night started, so they all trusted each other. Right.
Yeah, that seemed like there's a lot of trust. I mean, there are definitely people, if you don't have to squint to see it, they'd be like, and then get up, and then they'd be like kind of crawling back, and as soon as they'd reach their corner, redoing this, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, like definitely a lot of bloody lips. And
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It was your first Joey Ryan experience?
who is that?
He was the penis man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cock-based offense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, did he utilize...
Not in the first round when he fought Nurse Ratched. He did scream, "Nurse Ratched, grab my dick" at the beginning, but she did not grab his dick.
really
That's probably to her
He had
credit.
some blow pops in there.
intrigue.
So yeah, he took out.
Oh,
a
she put the blow
lollipop.
pop in his butt.
Yeah.
Right in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then fed it back to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, naturally.
Which is, I assume that happens every.
Yeah.
Yes.
Joey Ryan is going to be in that
Grand
Chuck
tradition.
Tingle game.
Right,
That
right.
got kickstarted.
So it was a lot of fun. Like the crowd, everybody's a heel, I guess.
I mean, no.
No, there
are
are
more
some people you're
fun.
supposed to cheer
Yeah.
for.
Like, Drugs Bunny is a babyface.
He's well liked.
Yeah.
He came up and everybody just screamed "F you" to everybody else.
That's kind of the Hoodslam
That's the
thing.
Hoodslam.
Yeah, that's like greeting at Hoodslam.
Fuck the fans is the
Yeah.
Hoodslam motto. So
It was awesome. Like there was a lot of fun to be had. The technical, every time a mic went off, there was amazing feedback in a way that I have never heard before in 20 years of hearing feedback. Just like ear splitting. Drew, you can back
Speaking
this
of
up.
cringing,
Like
yeah,
that was amazing.
watch.
But like kind of fit the aesthetic. I feel like
Yeah.
of just like
Yeah, for that show, you need a sound guy who is completely disengaged.
no. I mean the technical producer seemed like he was running around.
Yes.
and
I really
like
felt
the
for that
most
guy.
serious man I've ever seen
Yes.
before in my life. And then they said they were filming a National Geographic documentary.
yeah, Barry Blaustein, the director of Beyond the Map, was there, and
Awesome.
Yeah, gave a little speech beforehand and told us not to look at the National Geographic camera.
Also said to
So-
fuck the fans, and then everybody said fuck you, and then he went back and cheered, and life went on.
Yep.
And then we left like about 3/4 of the way through,
Yeah.
and then because there was some kind of like ladder thing happening, and we
It was
had
a
seen
tournament, the Hood
we
Fighter
had seen
tournament.
everybody wrestle, and then at some point
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, okay, the balance of I'm not drinking that much, but everybody else has continued to.
Yep, yes.
It got out of whack where people were just doing the like banging into everybody and trying to get through, and it just at some point was like, this we need to leave.
Too sober for this.
Yes, I became too sober for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, could they put on a show?
Oh yeah. Yes,
and,
they do.
and that it looks like a lot of hard work.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's they're taking their bumps. They're putting a show together.
Yeah,
They're doing good stuff.
Yeah, and I hope everybody made it out okay.
Yeah.
Because
Seemed like it.
there were
No reports of injuries from that show that I'm aware of.
No.
I've never heard of a crowd injury or anything at Hoodslam. You know.
So yeah, people are nimble.
Just, people who are silly enough to get into the ring with actual Hood Slam competitors. Those are the only real injuries to speak of.
Yeah, that's any wrestling show though.
Yeah.
so yeah, that was fun.
Sounds like a hell of an evening. Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it super packed? Like every time I've gone there, it's
Yes.
just been shoulder to shoulder,
very
and it's
crowded.
just so hot in there. Like
It
they've
wasn't-
got like 5 like industrial sized fans blowing through there, but it's still not enough.
I actually wasn't as hot as I
Good.
thought it was going to be. It was in a opera house.
Yeah, the Metro Oakland Metro Opera House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
but
in like
not,
a warehouse.
but not
It's-
an opera
it is
house.
a warehouse. yeah.
It's
For
where-
opera.
It felt
They
like
have a lot of bands play there.
Yeah, it felt like I was going to see like a local band done
Yeah.
that
Okay.
did well.
They do metal shows there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
That makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, you probably weren't as hot because you'd been icing your hand all day, so your core body temperature was like a degree or two lower than everyone
Yeah,
else's.
how's it doing over there?
Doing fine.
Better?
Yeah.
Speaking of taking bumps,
okay. Yeah, doing okay.
A little bit.
The color is a thing.
Still looking a little.
Seems like
bushy,
your
but-
hand mostly is back to the normal consistency.
Pre VR. So yeah, thanks
Great.
for everybody for asking. I'm doing all right.
Great.
Nothing's broken. That's the important part.
Yeah.